Hey guys, how's everyone doing this week? Alright, I'm gonna wait for a few more people to come in before we start. I was out all week last week and apologize for not being here, even though it was a really red week, right? Alright, give me just a second here to get set up. Okay, so I guess last week was really bloody, and we knew that was coming because harmonic pattern told us that NASDAQ was going to go red and SPY was going to go red. That being said, I'm still bullish on SPY once leg 3 to 4 retraces and then leg 4 to 5 kicks in. But before that, let's jump in because we've got a couple of requests to look at a couple of stocks that ran this morning. My name is Vincent Nguyen for Tipline. I am not a financial advisor, nor am I giving you financial advice. I'm here for educational purposes and entertainment only. Okay, so let's jump in. Okay, so I know WE was a request from Mike. Let's jump in and take a look at what's happening to WE. I know of WeWork, but I don't know what's happening with the stock here. Let's see here. Hey Mike, was there a reason why you wanted to see WE? Because it's not a good stock. Hold on a second, guys. There's an Ember alert. Wow, that was loud. Yeah, hey Mike, I don't know what's going on with WE, but it's not looking great because it's on like a massive downward trajectory, and it's not. Yeah, but that's no reason to trade. I mean, they're getting shorted, hammered down to oblivion right now. The day chart is just ugly. It's getting beat up so bad right now. It's not even funny. Let me jump over to the 4-hour chart. Yeah, it's still got a ways to go, and it's not being let up at all. I am not seeing any sign of recovery. I mean, there's a bullish pattern, but it doesn't look like things are going to stabilize at least until $2.42. Hopefully $2.42, which is right here at the bottom of this pattern on the 1-hour chart. So if they nail this down further today, let's see here. When did this pattern completed? Let's see. Yeah, 30 bar would put this right at tomorrow morning at opening. Something's got to happen. So watch for this reaction. Once it comes down to about 242, and if you don't see a spring up from here, then yeah, WE is going to get nailed further down. It's going to break pattern at 242. So I personally don't see a way out for WE right now. If it's going to continue to get hammered down, the momentum of going down is going to continue. And I would watch this 3 EMA, this yellow line right here, continuing to come down. As long as price continues to close below the 3 EMA, there's no hope for WE to bounce back. I mean, as of right now, I would look at the low of 263, which is exactly where I was saying 242. So 263 is at the bottom of this rectangle pattern that it's been trading sideways since August 18th. Okay, so now it's almost at the bottom, but I would watch for the bottom at 260, 254, and then they might be able to push it down to 242. And if it breaks pattern at 242, expect WE to get hammered down even more. If not, then watch for the bounce at 242. I really hope that you know what you're doing with WE, because it's It's not looking great, and the volume is not great either. So there's a lot of sell volume. Okay, I know. Moving on to our NAZ, I think that was a runner today, 357%. I haven't looked at this stock, so let's look at it together, shall we? Before I do that, I want to shout out to everyone that joined us today. AIM, welcome. Thank you for joining me on this live Monday morning. TTG, thank you so much. I am back, at least for the time being. Can someone put into chat what was going on with RNAZ? Did they hit FDA or something? Because it gapped up and just the volume is just insane. I mean, we're talking 44 million volume. It ran 357%. I think I saw some alert this morning on this stock. I mean, if you watch here, right? So this is the breakout point at $1.06. As soon as it gapped up above that, you can see, I mean, right here, we got a notification that right above the 8 EMA, once it broke that, it just skyrocketed. So let's get the 4-hour chart. Yeah, I mean, it's just going right now. What's happening in the short term? Okay, so the 1-hour chart tells me that, let's see here, it's already gone 1, 2, 3. 3 legs up on the 1-hour chart. 2-hour chart, 2 legs up, 3-hour, 4-hour. I think there's possibly, wow, so I need to know what the catalyst is for this run. So if someone can help me out, that'd be great. Because right now it's somewhat oversold, but then again, it's got beat down so much that there's so much room for it still to run. So definitely this is something we're going to keep an eye on. Let me look at the 30-minute chart here. Yeah. I mean, it's still going to run. I just don't know how much more it's going to run. Okay. Just keep in mind, though, it's ran over 300%. Anyone who was buying in at 53, 58 cents, they're in for a lot of money right now. So I would be very, very cautious with RNAZ if you're trading it. Okay, so those were the 2 stocks that were requested. We'll look at all the team stock in a second, but I need to go back and talk about SPY and NASDAQ. I made a point that I still believe SPY is extremely bullish, but with the caveat that it needed to retrace. It needed to retrace. I think I drew this out before I left. It needs to retrace because on the day chart, we're looking at leg 3 to 4. Okay, so this is the big retracement that I was warning everyone about, because pattern dictates that after leg 2 to 3, this big move right here, okay, this big move, leg 2 to 3, at 20%, that's going to have to retrace at some point, and that's what it's doing right now. It's retracing right now. Okay, so right now it's about 6.47%, but I still think that's going to hit about 419 before it does anything else, which bounces right above the 200 SMA and the 4-hour chart here. I'm sorry, the 1-day chart. If there's a lot more selling momentum, then we could see this potentially coming down a little bit more on the 4-hour chart here, where the pattern could complete a little bit further down. But right now it is already coming out of the oversold area. It's very close. We're talking in the next 4 hours or so before SPY pops out of the oversold area. So what happens once this retracement takes place from leg 3 to 4, as you can see here on the day chart, it's already showing some buying pressure coming in. Okay, so what is next for SPY? I want to say that my earlier prediction here tells me that once SPY kicks out of the oversold area on these 2 charts, okay, so I'm going to draw these 2 arrows really quick. So once it comes out of the oversold area, we can see this retracement that I originally drew out here. Okay, so leg 4 to 5 is coming. Okay, the 618 retracement is coming, whether it's here or at 420, 419. So either way, we're looking at a retracement of at least another 8%, 18% up. Okay, so if it retraces from this point here, 429 upwards, we're looking at 15%, or if it comes further down before it pops out, then that's about a 19% retracement for SPY. That's the minimum. That's a 618 retracement. It could go higher. We don't know. I mean, I just have to wait and see what happens. But my prediction on SPY is still bullish because this next leg, 4 to 5, is coming. So keep an eye out for that. Okay, so let me take a second here. Trends Code Therapeutic announced positive preclinical something result released. Okay, all right. Cool. Good for them. Okay, so let's jump to NASDAQ real quick before we look at the team stocks. Okay. NASDAQ, same thing. I drew this level out before I left last week, and it looks like it nailed it on the dot right here. I drew this out right here, this level right here. You see this? I'll just move this over. And at the bottom of A, it hit this, and then it's, you know what? Hang on a second. That was where I had, okay, so I drew that, bottom of A to B, B to C. So looking at where we're at here, sorry, this was where I drew last week here. I still believe that NASDAQ is still going to hit at least 14,278, like within this range here, to complete leg B to C. It could come down even further, down to the 200-day moving average, which is the 1618 right here. But my thinking is it could consolidate right around the 14,263. Let's look at the 4-hour chart. Okay, so the 4-hour chart does show that it might be done consolidating here for a little bit of a retracement before it comes down again. Should be really interesting to see here. Yeah, I think this could be where it might bounce at the bottom of this trend here, this bullish trend here. It's not confirmed yet. I'll know more by the end of the day today, and I'll keep you guys posted. Okay, so let's go to our team stocks and take a look, and let's have a discussion. I know Finger is highly discussed, and it should not be a shock to everyone that it retraced, right? So I mentioned that price target 508, and then there's price target 2 at 422. Okay, look what happened. Look what happened. 508 price target. Nailed it. It's consolidating right here. But you know what? I don't think it's done yet. Why? Because this little retracement up to the 20 moving average, that was just a little bit of retracement, because leg 5 to A is always the big one. That's the one that's going to be like, oh my God, I'm going to die. And then A to B, B to C. So guess what? B to C leg will bring this down to price target 2 at 422. That's the 4-hour chart. Let me look at the day chart. Okay. Oh, day chart is just not any better. Okay, so Finger on the day chart. Again, this gray area is price target 1, similar to the 4-hour chart. Okay, so it's consolidating right around 531 earlier in the week. It will retrace. It should retrace. I want to say maybe 382 retracement, and then expect a big drawdown at some point to price target 2 on the day chart. And look where that ends up. right above the 200 SMA right here. I mean, these charts, I keep trying to explain to everyone that eventually price will respect the charts, no matter how much the pumpers want you to believe that they don't. That's just the way it is, okay? So right now, it is still trading bullish on the bullish side of the chart, depending on where your entry is, because this is a 200-day moving average. Is it bullish? Absolutely, because it's the price movement is still above the 200-day moving average. If you bought in below 365, it's still bullish. But did you come in as an investment with finger, or did you come in as scalp, or did you come in to do a swing trade? Because if you were doing a swing trade, you would have exited up here when it was in the $5 to $7 range, right up here, right? $6 to $7 range, which we've known about these levels, level 1 and 2, 531 and 367 forever. This chart has not changed. The price target has not changed. So it all depends. I keep getting asked the question, is finger still bullish? Yes, it's still bullish if you bought in down here, but it's not going to be bullish anymore if you're in the red. So if you bought above $5, you're absolutely bearish right now. So the price is relative to where you bought in from and where the price is right now. Okay, so when I say it's bullish, it's trading above the 200-day moving average. But you have to look at where your buy-in price is to determine if it's bullish for you when you bought in. Okay, so keep that in mind. So where is FNGR going next? So we looked at the 4-hour chart. I believe the next price target in the near future is going to be 422 because it needs to close this loop at 422, price target 2. From there, that's C. So things are going to start over again from that point on because it's finishing up wave 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, and then the retracement wave of 3s. So if you ask me what's going to happen with finger, my prediction or my projection is it's going to go down further because unfortunately, it's not done yet. You're going to get a little bit of retracement here from A to B, but B to C is going to be an ugly drop. Just keep that in mind. We've seen these patterns complete time and time again. 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, and then the 3 retracement wave. Remember, 5 to A is going to be an oh my god, I'm going to die wave if you're still stuck at the top of wave 5. And that is where pumpers are going to lure you in to buy because that is their last chance to sell under you before the massive knife. Okay? Hope that helps, guys. So when you ask me whether finger or any stock is bullish or is it a good entry or is it a good exit, look at where the price is and look at where you bought in from and look at the 200 moving average on the day chart. Okay, they need to line up. If you bought in lower than where the price is, then you're in the green. And if both of those numbers are above the 200 moving average, then yes, it's bullish. If you bought in higher than where the price is, regardless of where the moving average is, you're in the red. So of course it's bearish for you. Okay, so that's where trade management kicks in. Okay, I beat this dead horse so many times already, so long already. So let's move on. What's next, guys? MMAT. I looked at MMAT a little bit. It's just not doing anything. right now. I think it's just sideways trading right now, still at 20 cents. There's just not much going on with MMAT right now. I know there's some movements. I know there's talk about reverse split. I know there's some extension going on, but it's still stuck below the 8 EMA. Every time it tries to break above, if you look back on 9/14, it got completely hammered down. Okay, so this the 8 period moving average on any scale is really crucial to let you know whether the stock is making a recovery or not. So if you look here, every time MMAT tries to break above it, it gets slapped down every single time. So that tells you that until it can break away and have a 3-bar breakout, okay, so until the price can break above the 8, oops, sorry about that, until price can break above the 8 and have a 3-bar breakout like this, 3 green bars in a row, then that is when you know MMAT is making a comeback. Okay, so until that happens, it's still getting slapped down. Okay, so watch for this 22 cent mark right here. Oops, shoot, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Sorry about that, guys. Okay, there. Whew, thought I lost it. I'm been gone for a week and I don't know how to use this system anymore. So anyways, sorry about that. Watch for this 22 cent breakout. I drew the 3-bar breakout on purpose the way I did because it lines up with this the top of this falling wedge. Okay, so watch for this. Okay, if MMAT can break above 22 and continue and come back down, retest 22 cents, then yeah, there's a chance that it's going to come back up to 27 cents for this pattern to complete. Okay, I hope that helps. I believe, you know what, let me talk about VFS really quick because I was very bearish on the fact that it was going to hit $14. Look where it's at, guys. It's $14.47. Remember I called this price when it was still in the $82, $83 range? I mean, I drew this out. I mean, just look, I haven't changed this line. The bottom of this was like $13.92, so we're almost there at the buy-in price, if it's even worth buying in at $14. So we'll have to see. It could get hammered down even more. We'll see what happens. But again, the $14 price target is starting to get very, very close to it. Okay, so let's see what else, guys. CENN, is that right? CENN. Okay, let me bring up CENN. I haven't looked at this one in a while, so let's take a look. Ooh. Okay, so whoever put this up, can you please explain to me in either our private chat or on the YouTube comment why you brought this up, please? Because this chart is not, it's ugly. Look at the 4-hour chart here, guys. It's getting close to breaking down. Here's the 4-hour chart. You've got this pattern here forming. Actually, it's a rectangle trading pattern up and down. It's been sideways, and now it's about to break structure right at 24 cents, 24.8. Okay, why are you looking at these trades? Someone explain to me, why are you looking at these trades? There shouldn't be a reason why this is even be considered as a good trade yet. I mean, I don't have it. I don't have a buy signal. I mean, if pattern breaks at 422, guess what? It's going to come back down even further to at least 22 cents. Right here. Okay, and then bring up the day chart. Yeah, look, the 22 cent is right where, remember, I haven't looked at this chart. The 22 cent is at the bottom of this low of low. So what did I tell you about momentum? When shorts have a hold of a stock and they're driving it down, it's going to take at least 7 times the buying pressure to reverse the chart. It's just negative and positive, right? It takes 7 positive affirmation to encounter 1 negative comment. So stock to me is very similar, because if shorts have their mindset on shorting down a stock, they're not going to let go. They will continue to drive it down until they meet their objective. So unless someone can explain to me there's a catalyst coming on CNN that you would even consider trading this stock, I don't know what to tell you. Watch this pattern. When this pattern breaks, this is going to be absurdly ugly, because you're looking at least another 16, 17% drop. I mean, it's a penny stock. It's sub 20 cent stock. But if you've got 100,000 shares, that adds up pretty quickly, right? So this could go either way. Normally, I would say this, if it breaks above, it could go up 16%. If it breaks pattern, it's going down 17%. The way the momentum is set up, I'm betting that this is going to go down instead of up. So yeah, I mean, you guys hear me tell you the same thing over and over again when it comes to momentum. When this is a bear market, you want to pick and choose the best stock that has the best chance of winning. And the last couple of stocks you guys have thrown out to me, I'm disappointed, because they're not winning stocks. I would not even consider putting a penny into these stocks. Okay? GTII. Yeah, GTII, if you had the opportunity to get out and you did not when it was up here in the 96 range, then I don't know what to tell you. Why? Because the 200 moving average is moving lower and lower. Let's see here. Let's look at the 4-hour chart. Lower and lower, and the trend is going to continue to come down. Okay? So the decision you have to make now is, what happens? Is this just a pump right now? I mean, is this just a pump before the dump? Possibly. It's going to encounter the 200 moving average, and then guess what? The 200 moving average will act as a massive resistance. So in my opinion right now, I don't believe GTII is going to make a recovery unless something changes. Look at the volume. The last 4 hours, 170,000 volume. That's just not going to cut it. Just look at the momentum that it took on this run from 59 cents up to 96 cents. The volume was in the hundreds of thousands of shares being bought up. And it still got rejected up here, right? I've told you guys, the 200 is an extremely powerful resistance or support level. Now, if this came down, just like I had here, bounce up and then continue to trade upwards above the 200, then yeah, GTI is extremely bullish. Right now, it's not. Right now, it's barely breaking up above the 3 and the 8, and it looks like it's about to get rejected by the 20 right here. I enlarge this for you. Okay, this is not the time to buy and hold. This is the time to scalp, swing in and swing out. So right now, my thinking is price should move up to about 86 cents in the next day or so and get rejected and continue to get driven down further and further. And look at how many times the bears have broken through the 50 SMA, which is this blue line. They're going to eventually hit that. Once it hits the ceiling here, my thinking is they will knock price down below the 50 and then continue to drive it back down. Unless there's a ton of buying pressure coming in. Okay, all right, enough of GTII. What else? I see some more in here on the chart. Let's see, AMC. Yeah, let's look at AMC real quick. I know I'm all over the place today, just because there's so much to look at, and I'm gonna knock through as many charts as I can this morning. So AMC. So AMC is really interesting in the sense that hang on a second. I was thinking about this. So there's a couple of things here that's happening on AMC. I'm going to look at the day chart first and I'll explain. Okay. Oh, that's the 4-hour chart. This is the day chart. Okay. So AMC on the day chart. It's obviously below the 27 or the $2.71 where it needs to be. Okay. That's the point of reversal. What is interesting is this. It's respecting the 3 EMA, but look at where the 8 is. It's coming down. It's consolidating right here. My prediction is at some point in the next couple of days, these 3 moving averages will converge. The 20, the 3, and the 8, along with price, will converge somewhere in the next few days, and AMC is going to blast off. It's going to use the 3 moving averages converging together, and then it's going to blast off. That is where we will see a 3-bar breakout. Okay? That's the best scenario once the price converges. And I'm going to change this to green. Okay, that is the best case scenario. However, I'm going to caveat that with, if that doesn't happen and the bears come in, decides they want to screw with AMC again, or if the folks above at AMC decides to drop another 40 million shares, you know what? Expect this shit to happen. Okay? But my money is on this first scenario here. Let's look at the 4-hour chart. So the 4-hour chart is supporting that. Is supporting my theory on what I just explained on the day chart. Why? Because there were about 6.4 million shares traded today in the last 4 hours. And look at what's happening. Exactly the way I explained what could potentially happen on the day chart. You see how all the moving averages are converging together? And then look what happened here. You got a big old buy candle. So these 4-hour candles can add up pretty nicely, and then you will get a 3-bar breakout slowly to build up this big bar right here, and then together they will formulate and build out the reversal So this is where I believe is such a critical time for AMC right now, if you're in it. Okay, very critical next few days to track this. And I'll leave this chart up so we can go back and examine it later. Okay, what is next? AVTX. Oh, is this that stock that I was not in love with? AVTX. Okay, let's see. Oh, 15 cents. Who's trading this? TTG. Oh, really? You better be buying like millions of shares. Okay, so again, 4-hour chart is hitting up against the 200 moving average here. Okay, so you would definitely need, like I said earlier, the next 8 hours of trading to do something like this. Okay, to break above this 200. So I would need to see this come back down, test the 200, and then bounce up. If you don't see that pattern, then you will experience something like this. Okay, come down, test the 20 again, which is right around 12 cents. All right, okay, all right, Tesla. Okay, Tesla. I'm not going to spend much time on those sub-penny stocks, guys. I'm not a fan of them. They're highly manipulated. You need to focus on finding better quality stocks to trade. Okay, if I see these penny stocks again, I'm not going to be happy. Okay, because they're wasting our time. Okay, so Tesla, 4-hour chart is doing exactly what is expected. Once it broke below the 8 EMA right here at the hop, the harmonic optimized pricing. So 4-hour chart, yeah, right here at the hop. Okay, so right here at the hop, 272. It broke below the 8 and it continued to fall. Okay, so that was a huge turning point. And then the next breaking point is the 50. Once the 50 support broke, guess what? Bam, you've got knife. Okay, and then you got the 200 after that, forget it. So then what happens? Price target 1 happened, 242. Look at where it's stabilizing right now, 242, 242. Okay, I'm looking at anywhere between, because price target 2 for the bears is around 230. So I'm looking at this to possibly finish with the attack around 230. Right here. So this is leg C on the 4-hour chart, which means that they could bring it down even further. Let me look at the day chart real quick. Yeah, so just like, let me see, 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart, 230 is price target 2. The day chart, price target 1 is 223. So yeah, so the minute that they gap down here tells me that this is just a quick break. So I'm expecting another 3-bar breakdown, which, guess what, brings it to price target 1 and maybe below on the day chart, 223. And being that this is leg C on the day chart, leg C will have to finish below point A, which is right here. So where does that bring Tesla down to? If I had to guess, I would say Tesla is going to test the 200-day moving average or 200 period moving average on the day chart. Okay, I'm going to draw this out red. Okay, right here, guys. This is finished. Tesla's finishing up a massive pattern. I mean, this was a massive bullish pattern right here at the top of wave 5. See, so you've got wave 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5. Terminate right here at the top of wave 5, right here, the pattern. And then remember, I keep telling you, what happens after wave 5, 4 to 5? You're going to have an, oh my God, I'm going to die drop. 5 to A to B, B to C. C is going to have to happen. I've seen enough of these patterns to be able to confidently tell you guys that this complete pattern you're seeing here is not an accident. This is all pre-planned, spanning all the way back to September 21 of 22. And where are we at right now? September 25th of 23. There is no coincidences when it comes to trading. There's no coincidences. Just look at this pattern. Even Tesla is being highly controlled. I'll let that sink in for a second. Okay? How does this map up with the big boys? Look at NASDAQ. NASDAQ is still the same pattern on NASDAQ. It got pumped up some more to like 4 to 5, but same pattern, guys. Same exact bearish pattern. Why is it bearish? When you see this leg go all the way from here to here, it's bearish because as soon as this leg 4 to 5 complete, it's going to drop. And the 200-day moving average for NASDAQ is at 13,488. They all line up. Okay? All right, what's next? What is next? Is that everything? Did I miss anything? Going once? APTX, CGC. Did we look at CGC yet? Canopy. Okay, all right. So it looks like we did look at Canopy in the past. I have some arrows drawn out here. Yeah, so again, we knew this was going to drop because the 200-day moving average, again, was tested and cannot be break. I'm not looking at crypto, Mike. It's a different setup that I don't have set up on my chart to look at crypto. I mean, I can do it, but it's just a very different setup. Okay, so again, watch for this 8 EMA, okay? If price comes up, come back down, test, and if it doesn't break up, it's going to break down. My money is it's going to break down. First price target is to be about 53 cents. Guys, I know you're thinking, holy heck, Vincent, how can you say it's going to drop this much? That's the pattern, guys. That is the pattern. Come back in a couple of weeks and tell me if I'm wrong, okay? Watch this, okay? Come back in a couple of weeks and tell me. That's just the way it is. We looked at GTII. Let's look at TTOO. Yep, see? Remember I told everyone trading TTOO, I said watch for price target 1 and 2, and I haven't looked at it since. I drew this arrow out. I told you TOO is going to nail the 20-cent range. Look at where TTOO is, 21 cents. Mike, it's not really a different setup, but I don't have the chart set up. I don't have the ticker set up. So, and it's different on crypto because crypto runs 24/7. So the alignment is the same but different. And I haven't looked at crypto, so it's not something that I'm prepared to do. Unlike stock runs and stop at a certain period. Crypto, it just runs forever. So the patterns are just eons and so many to look at. But again, right, I warned everyone on TTOO when it was like up here. I said, it's going to come crashing down to 20 cents. Where are we at today? 21 cents. Very close to price target 2. So, enough beating on TTLO. Let me go look at my daily chart real quick. ASRE, 34%. You know what? Same thing as TTLO, right? It bounced around up here. ASRE is just buying time before this happens too. Price target 1 at 23 cents. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. Okay, so ASRE is the same. AMC, look at that. $8.14 already. It's moving along. So watch for this breakout, guys, on the AMC right here. If AMC breaks out at 828, expect this projection here, 31% run from here, 31%, like somewhere in the $10 range is what I'm seeing if it breaks out at this price target. Okay, right here, I'm going to just nail this for now, about $10. It's going to happen. I mean, it's converging. Everything's coming together right here. Next few days. All right, anything else? Anything else? There's some monster news for ASRE. Is that right? Is that one of the pumpers? Huh. Okay, so what time did this come out? 25th? That's interesting. If it's massive news, then how come the price is not it's not spiking yet? I mean, I feel like if that news for ASRE was big enough, it should have broken above the 8 already. And why is buying pressure? I mean, for a shitty 34-cent stock, why is it only a volume of 96,000 shares? It's a shitty stock that's being pumped on the OTC market. I mean, do I need to say any more, Jana? All right. I mean, what more can you say? If the news was so great and it was monster, why is there only under 100,000 shares bought up in the last 4 hours or less, right? Don't buy into the hype. Don't buy into the pump. Okay? It infuriates me every time I see these stocks. You can tell the look on my face of disgust. Okay? Look at quality stocks. Trade in quality stocks. Okay? All right. GNS. Let's look at GNS. I had a good move. I want to see this continue to go up here after this break. Okay, this needs to break above the 8 and continue trading upward towards the 20 right here. This is the 20 SMA. Okay, so I'm going to change that to green because I think that GNS is moving in the right direction. Okay, if you guys are in that, good luck. Very, I know there's a lot of traders in Very. It's getting pretty dangerously close to the 200-day moving average here on the day chart. And again, another pump stock. They're gonna I mean, if news breaks out that Very is gonna have to do a reverse split, this stock is going to tank. And right now, I've been saying this all along. I've been saying this all along, guys. This could easily be a 36-cent stock. Easily. I don't care what anyone tells you, because leg B to C is going to have to complete. If news comes out that they're going to have to do a reverse split, I will bet you dollars to oranges that people are going to just bail the freak out of Very. before that happens. Okay, this is leg B to C here. This is going to be an, oh my God, I just got ran up from behind. Okay, so just be really cautious, guys, because it's getting pretty dangerous here. This is like the death line right here, the 200-day moving average. It's days away. If they can get a 3-bar breakdown, then it's going to be a free fall right here, guys. It's just not pretty. And I've been calling out this breakdown for quite some time now when it was up here. When this first drop happened, that was the death right there. And then, I mean, I tell you, like 5 to A, right? 5 to A is like, an, oh my God, what the hell just happened? Why? Because they sold out under you along here. That's a 67% drop. You don't want to be caught when they sell out under you. They'll pump it up, and then they sell out under you. And then you're stuck holding the bag, especially when this shit happens right here, or it's going to happen right here. For this 618 retracement to happen from B to C, it is going to have to come down to 36 cents. That is a third of where the price is at right this instance, right here, a third. Again, this is a time where I do need to tell you that I am not a financial advisor. I am not here to give you financial advice. I am here to read the chart, and I am here to interpret what I see time after time after time after time. Whether it's Tesla, whether it's NASDAQ, SPY, a pump stock, I'm telling you, they all repeat the same pattern to pattern to pattern to pattern. Okay, it's funny because I was with my business partner of almost 20 years, and Edison said to me, it was so funny, I literally snorted coffee and beans out of my nose when he said this to me. He's like, Vincent, you know what you should tell your viewers and people that you're talking stocks to, that when you see lines or bars, you see bag holders. I'm like, oh my God. And I literally was like oozing out coffee. And it was like, it is so true, because how many of us, me included, and you, are bag holders? And who do we have to thank for that? The guys that are pumping and the a-holes that are selling under you. You have a choice. It's your money. I mean, look at Veri. If you did not sell out at $2 and you held on, right? I was warning you at this price target of what can happen. If you didn't sell out here, you got screwed on this knife, because they sold out under you right here. They saw this coming. They saw this coming. Okay, just I don't know what to, I just don't know what to tell you. This is the state of the market that we're in. It's a bear market. You're going to get screwed if you're greedy. Okay. Mike, CNK. What is CNK? CNK. Cinemark. Oh, yeah. Okay. Ooh, I like this. Okay. For once, I have a good chart in front of me. Thank you. Okay, so CNK it finished a pattern, a bearish bat pattern, came down, and it literally completed its route all the way down. Okay, it hit this bottom trend line, like 3 to 4, 4 to 5 is in progress. Okay, so it's about 50% through leg 4 to 5. And we know what happens after leg 5 completes. It tanks to A, 5 to A. If I was trading this, I would, so before I say that, it came down, it completed price target 1 and 2. Okay, so the bears are happy. They've accomplished what they set out to do. They hit both price target at 16.89 and 15.93 and some. Okay, so they've made their money. They're happy. So now they're covering, or they're allowing the price to finish what it needs to do, which is leg 4 to 5 right here. I'll map this out for you. Leg 4 to 5 is about 40% up. So we're looking at about $20 for leg 4 to 5. Okay. If there's enough buying pressure coming in, and if this breakout does happen right here at 1834, we could look at a potential potential $23 run right here. Okay, so I would keep an eye on this. Okay, breaks up, come back down and test, and then it goes. Okay, if not, then what you'll see is this come up, break down, and then it'll come back down and retest price target 1. I'm going to mark this as red, the bearish line. Okay, before it makes another attempt. If that rejects again, it's going to come back down and test price target 2 again before it makes another attempt to break out. Okay, so that's CNK. Hey Yogi, what do you mean? Am I still keeping up with MMAT? No, I don't see eye to eye with the CEO. I haven't seen eye to eye with the CEO in a very long time. I'm not trading, nor am I shorting the stock of any sort. So I believe in the tech, but I just don't believe in the leadership. I'll just leave it at that. Okay, with all due respect, the man is brilliant, but running the business is not his forte. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Writers Guild ended their strike with the Hollywood studio. Bro, I don't care. I don't care about strikes. I don't care about fundamentals. I don't care about press releases. What I care about is what I see in front of me. Okay, that's all I care about. You guys can look at all that stuff and come and inform me about all the fundamental stuff, but to me, I trust what I see in front of me, and that's what guides me to the price targets. Okay. All right. Anything else, guys? Anything else before I get out of here, because I have a lot of other work to do. I shall return tomorrow. And with that, thank you so much for joining. And I will see everyone soon. You know what? I don't even remember how to turn off live. It's been so long. Hang on a second. Live, where are you? Okay. All right, guys. Have a good day. Talk soon.